often in the study of the mind, the most revealing clues have come from brains that, for some reason, can no longer perform particular tasks. Last year, Terry Jones attended a friend's 40th birthday party. The day after, he woke to find the world had changed.
The next morning, got up and go and have a shower, and I couldn't read what was a shower and what was a shampoo and anything else. It was just in another language. And I said to my partner, I said, they bought some cheap little shampoo. Can't read it, it must all be in a foreign language. And she just laughed, she said, oh, don't be stupid. And anyway, she said, no, it's all right. And she said, I know you're joking. I said, okay. Anyway, I wasn't, but I just couldn't read it. So we went downstairs to breakfast, and we got the menu, and I just couldn't read anything. It just looked as though it was another language.
So when you looked at the letters, what did you actually see?
I could see letters, and it could say breakfast, and I could read letters, but those letters didn't make a word, if you understand what I mean.
So could you understand that B was B and R was R?
I could understand the B and the R, but I couldn't put them together to make any sense. It was though it was another language. I just couldn't read as a word. Checked in the hospital and had the various tests, and it proved that I'd had a small stroke.
Come on over here.
Yep.
If you'd like to sit up on the bed.
Terry's case fascinated scientists at University College in London.
So if you just want to lie back down.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent.
In the neuroscience department, a team led by Kathy Price used an MRI scanner to discover which region of Terry's brain had been damaged. They hoped it would help to pinpoint the parts of the brain normally involved in reading.
You can see it here, so we've got 3 angles of the brain here. Where this blue crosses here, there's a big black mark. So this area of his brain has been damaged, and you can see if you look on the other side, in his right hemisphere, this is what it should look like.
And so what is the effect of that?
He's seeing it as a child would see a word. They can see the word, they can see that the letters are there, but it doesn't make any sense to them. So it seems what's happened with Terry is that he can see the word, but he can't take that visual information forward. It's been disconnected.
Is this then the brain's reading centre? To find out, Kathy sought out other people who had developed reading problems after a stroke. Careful observation showed that their difficulties were intriguingly varied.
A patient might look at the word yacht and say ship. So there's no connection between the visual in the word yacht and the word ship. And then there are other patients still who have a different strategy. They'll look at the word yacht and they'll go yacht, and they won't ever guess that it's yacht. And for them, they are successfully trying to sound things out, but they're never getting to what the meaning of the word is.
When Kathy scanned the brains of these stroke patients, each with a subtly different reading handicap, she discovered that many different bits of their brains had been damaged. This suggested that reading involves more than one small part.
So a lot of areas of the brain are involved, and they're all integrating together to transform visual information into auditory information, into motor information, and into the meaning. And of course, when you read a word, and you can do so in a few hundred milliseconds, you have no idea how hard your brain is working.
So there's no single reading centre, but a highly complex network, a cerebral internet. Kathy's work laid bare an intricate reading kit of parts. In tiny fractions of a second, the brain must decipher letters and connect them to sounds. Another part of the brain connects sounds and letters to meaning. Yet another stream of signals fires up parts of the brain that control the movement of our mouths and tongues, even when we're reading silently. If a single one of these connections is broken, as it is in Terry's brain, the system gets jammed. You may see letters but not a word, or read a word and not know what it means. And what is just as remarkable is that every part of our reading kit was originally designed to do something else.
There are no areas of the brain that only respond to reading. So all the areas that are reading are also involved in recognizing objects, in speaking. So in order to read, it's the connections between the visual inputs and the component sounds that need to be linked together. So this doesn't involve any new brain regions. What it involves is stronger and more efficient links.
So how do our brains grow these intricate reading circuits? These children are about to embark on a remarkable journey, the same one our ancestors took when they invented the alphabet 5,000 years ago, and that Terry has taken in reverse.
Let's hear it again.
Their brains must learn how to break up a single word they can hear into tiny building blocks and then link those sounds to the letters they see on a page and finally put it all back together again. For these young brains, forging links between sound and alphabet is one of the biggest learning challenges they'll ever face.